How many times have you started the year full of promises, but when you look back you realize nothing has changed? And what if I told you that you can accomplish in 1 week what many people take a whole year to achieve? It's not magic, it's not luck, and it's not about working more. It's about working smart. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how. If you're tired of feeling like time slips through your fingers, stay with me until the end, because what I'm going to reveal today could completely redefine the way you live your life and achieve your goals. Part 1. The problem no one wants to admit. The biggest mistake people make is believing that productivity is about being busy. Look around you. How many people do you know who are always running around but never get anywhere? And you know what's worse? Most of us are stuck in that cycle. We're so busy with small, urgent, and unimportant tasks that we never find time for what really matters. This is the invisible prison I want to help you escape today. Imagine this scene. You wake up early, barely have time for breakfast, and you're already busy. Throughout the day, you jump from one task to another, answer calls, deal with last-minute problems, and when night falls, you're exhausted. But then comes the question, what did you really accomplish? What important task did you finish? What brought you closer to your big goal? We live in a world that glorifies being busy. It seems that the fuller your schedule, the more valuable you are. But the truth is that most people are not living, they are just surviving. They're so caught up in short-term tasks and trivial urgencies that they can't see what really matters. This is a cycle. First come the urgent tasks, meetings, tight deadlines, last-minute demands. You attend to them all running around from one thing to another. Then by the end of the day, you realize the day has passed and nothing significant was done. But then the cycle repeats the next day. This feeling of always chasing after gives a false impression of progress. But in reality, you're just spinning in place. And do you know why this cycle is so dangerous? Because it's addictive. When you're always busy, you feel like you're being productive. It's as if every small task you complete releases a dose of dopamine, that pleasure hormone. But deep down, you know these tasks aren't leading you anywhere. Think about your day. How many times do you interrupt what you're doing to check a notification? How many minutes do you waste aimlessly scrolling through social media or replying to messages that weren't urgent? Now multiply those minutes by a week, a month, a year. What are you losing in the meantime? All this noise around us steals our attention and our time, and attention is the most valuable resource you have. Where your attention is, there is your focus, and where your focus is, there are your results. If your attention is fragmented in 1,000 small things, there's nothing left for what truly matters. I know what you're thinking, but I do so many things. How can I not be progressing? Let me tell you something that could change your perspective. Doing a lot doesn't mean doing well. Nor does it mean doing what matters. A single, well-directed action can have more impact than 10 tasks done without purpose. I know that living on autopilot is easy. I know that being busy gives you the feeling of control. But the truth is, if you don't change, you'll be in the same place a year from now. This invisible prison only disappears when you stop, breathe, and deliberately choose where to invest your time and energy. Part 2. The solution. Now that you know what's holding you back, let's move on to the most important part, the solution. It's no use just identifying the problem if you don't take control of your life. That's why I'm going to introduce you to 3 simple but incredibly powerful pillars that can change everything. Focus, prioritization, and strategic execution. And yes, I'm going to show you exactly how to apply them in your daily life. 1. Focus. Focus is the foundation of everything. Without it, you waste energy in various directions and get nowhere. But here's the truth. Focus is not something you find. It's something you create by eliminating what doesn't matter. Do that right now. Take a piece of paper and write down everything you think you need to do this week. Everything, from work tasks to personal life matters. When you're done, look at that list carefully. Now comes the hardest part. Cross out everything that won't directly contribute to your main goal. Be ruthless. If something is not aligned with what you want to achieve, cut it. It may feel painful at first, but this is what separates those who make progress from those who are just moving around. What's left? That's your focus. Those are the tasks that really make a difference. That's where you'll invest your energy. 2. Prioritization. Now that you know what's important, we need to take it a step further. Prioritize. And here comes the 80-20 rule. Basically, 80% of your results come from only 20% of your efforts. Think about all the tasks you do in a day. Some of them have a direct and significant impact on your results. These are your high-impact tasks. Others, well, they just take up space. Your job is to identify which 20% of tasks are the most important. These are the true gear movers. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, You might be more productive investing an hour creating a sales strategy than spending the whole day answering emails. If you're a student, it's more effective to study the most recurring topics in exams than trying to memorize every single detail. Prioritization is about making smart choices. 3. Strategic execution. Now that you know where to focus and what to prioritize, here comes the part that separates those who only plan from those who actually do. Execution. Planning is important, but without action, nothing happens. Start by setting a short deadline for each task. It can be 60 minutes, 90 minutes, but the important thing is to have a time limit. This creates a sense of urgency that helps you maintain focus. Another crucial point: eliminate all distractions. This means silencing your phone, closing unnecessary browser tabs, and letting the people around you know that you cannot be interrupted. It's just you and the task. Strategic execution is not about working more. It's about working deliberately. Think of an archer. He doesn't shoot arrows aimlessly. He aims, adjusts his posture, and only then shoots with precision. These 3 pillars, focus, prioritization, and strategic execution, are not just theoretical concepts you find in books or videos. They are a system. And it's when you apply them in an integrated way that something magical happens. You realize that instead of needing 12 months, you can transform your life in just 1 week. And yes, it's perfectly possible. The secret lies in how you use these pillars strategically. When you begin to apply focus, prioritization, and execution consistently and disciplined, you create a cycle of high performance. And this cycle, which starts small, grows and gains strength every day. When you focus on the right tasks, you not only save time, but gain efficiency. You move faster, with more precision and less effort. I know the idea of transforming your life in 1 week may seem audacious, but the truth is, transformation is not a matter of time. It's a matter of intentional action. When you apply these 3 pillars consistently, you begin to create the kind of progress that most people only dream of achieving. So the question now is, are you going to keep waiting for the year to pass? Or will you decide that from this week on, your life will be transformed, one action at a time? Because I'm telling you, if you start applying this system today, the next 7 days will surprise you. And after that, the journey becomes a sequence of victories.